Here's a little song I wrote. You might learn it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Oh, the flowers smell amazing. Hey, welcome back. Glad you could join me. Today we're going to talk about happiness. I posted a video the other day and I was talking about how I'm just having fun with life. Probably because I'm older and wiser now. Did you know that in Bhutan they have a gross national happiness index? To me it seems like a really vague mark, but that's what it is. I was reading about this study that they did about happiness. And they found that one of the happiest points in your life are when you're in your early 20s. And I get it, you know, life's ahead of you, you're all idealistic, and the world is just spread out ahead of you like a buffet. And your happiness level starts to decline. And it drops until you hit about 46. 46, late 40s, early 50s is when they say you're at your lowest happiness level. Now these are all general statistics. This is setting aside external issues, losses and things like that, but just general happiness. After your early 50s and you're done with your midlife crisis, happiness levels start to rise again. And they found that the highest happiness level in people's lives are when they're in their old age. So there's this U-shaped pattern of happiness as you age. And they've looked at factors like wealth, social position. They've looked at a lot of different factors, and this U pattern seems to hold out pretty well regardless of your situation. And there's a lot of different theories. They don't know a whole lot about it yet as to why. You know, there's the wisdom that comes with age. You start realizing more of what makes you happy, and you start pursuing that more. So your happiness level goes up. At some point you stop fretting about how old you're getting, and you start getting just very pleased with the fact that you get to get older. Now they ran another study that I was reading yesterday. They measured people's level of mental health, and excluding things like mental health issues in general. Your level of mental health increased from the time you were in your 20s up into old age, setting aside things for senility and Alzheimer's, that kind of stuff. In general mental health increased as you grew older. And what they mentioned was that there was no sign of this U-shaped pattern. There was no dip in mental health. And I started getting nervous. I'm like, oh no, this whole theory that I was reading about is debunked. But the difference being, one is happiness levels and the other one is mental health. And it occurred to me that there's no correlation between mental health and happiness. That explains a lot right there. I was on a ride and I had music going, and I pulled up at a stop sign, pulled up next to the person I was riding with, and I'm just dancing to beat the band, just being a clown. And I could tell she was looking at me from the corner of my eye, and I just refused to make eye contact. And I'm just having fun with it. And I'm sure she was thinking, he's a nut. And I was okay with that, because I was just having fun. You know, this idea of the surly biker, I don't know, it's kind of cliche at this point, whatever, do what you want to do, but I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy myself, I'm going to enjoy life. And hopefully, that will make the world a little bit brighter for people around me. I found that, especially when you're on social media and YouTube, positivity goes a huge way to making it more pleasant. I try to be more positive. Like everybody else, I have bad days. There are circumstances that crowd in sometimes. But not only do I find myself striving more for positivity as a matter of content production, and also when you're dealing with artistic types. Artistic types love to be really positive, which kind of flies in the face of, the angsty creator, the angsty artist. But you can only do that for so long. That only carries so much weight. Positivity, people are drawn to positivity. And when you're happy, you're positive. And apparently, as you get older, you get happier. So it's a win-win. I'm good with that. And I don't even have to move to Bhutan to do it. All of that kind of flies in the face of that cranky old man image. But, you know, we're all trying to be happier, so why not? I'm definitely a happier person than I was 10 years ago overall. Doesn't mean there aren't issues, but you learn to take them in stride, you learn what's important, and you just learn other ways to be happy. So what do you think? Are you generally a happy person? Do you find yourself being happier as you get older? And why do you think that is? Do you think it's age and experience and the ability to brush things off, put things in perspective? Do you think we should have a gross national happiness indicator? I guess all their laws actually have to be run through the GNH assessment. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know, sometimes in the US it seems like nobody's happy. You know, I see some really third world cultures that it doesn't take much to make them happy at all. If they get roadkill that isn't spoiled, that's a good day, they're happy. So anyways, thanks again for joining me, I appreciate you being here, and I will happily see you tomorrow. Thanks.